Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and today I'd like to talk about the CTA. It's the commuter system in Chicago. It's the Chicago Transit Authority, and I've taken the CTA buses and trains many times throughout the years. And believe it or not, the first time I ever took a CTA train was in 2006. 2006. I was 18 years old at the time, and it's really hard to believe, but it's true. I swear to God. When I was younger, I never took the CTA. Um, my dad always gave me rides in his car and everything, and I never took any CTA vehicle until I was 18. And I explained that last week in my video about high school, about how me not taking any CTA vehicle really held me back when I was younger. I didn't go out as much. I was inside a lot, and my life was just so boring back then. It really was. And I didn't take a CTA bus until the first time I took a CTA train was in the summer of '06. The first time I took a CTA bus was in the fall of '06. It was for this class at UIC where we had to we visited different neighborhoods, and there were like about 20 people in the class, and we were split up into groups, and these different groups went into different neighborhoods. One group went to Old Town, another went to, I think, like Lincoln Park, and the group I was in went to Hyde Park. And that was the first time I actually ever took a CTA bus. Yes, I was 18. It's crazy, but it's true. And in the last 7 years that I've taken CTA trains and buses, I've seen some crazy things. Well, all the usual things you'd expect. I've seen homeless people begging, and I've seen homeless people walking on the train, telling the train, I want money, I want food, and whatever, things like that. And I've seen them at platforms asking people for money and food. I've usually just tried avoiding them. And to this day, I've never given any homeless people food or money. I don't want to be bothered with it. It's disgusting to me. It really is. It's really sad, but it's disgusting too. And it's just, I've taken every CTA line. The blue line is definitely the line I've taken the most. I live near the CTA Blue Line station at Racine, and I've taken that a lot in my life, a ton of times. And I've been mostly on the blue line and the brown line, the pink line sometimes too, but mostly those three in my life. The red line's always too crowded. It's a pain in the ass. It really is. It's always packed. I try to avoid taking the trains or the buses during rush hour, whether it's the morning rush or the afternoon rush, because they're too crowded. I mean, you can't move. I hate crowded trains and buses, but I usually prefer to walk. But if I'm going far away, I'll take a train or bus. And also, I've seen some odd sights. I've seen people wearing odd clothes and costumes and stuff, and I've seen things that have just made my stomach turn. Like there have been people that have smelled it. I had to move to a different car, and it's disgusting. And there was a lady a couple months ago on the blue line. I'm not making this up. She was a young lady. I want to say she was half white, half black. She was in her mid to late 20s, early 30s maybe, and she was eating fettuccine alfredo from a container, but she was eating it with her hands. Yes, her hands. It's disgusting. The stuff was all over her hands, and she was eating it like this. Ugh, it was horrible. But I almost threw up from that. And thankfully, I've never seen crap or vomit on the train. And ugh, it's just some of the trains have smelled, and the platforms have smelled, and going up and down the stairs it's smelled. But I've never stepped or touched anything disgusting, and it gets me to where I want to go. It's convenient, and I prefer to take trains or buses than to drive, because driving's expensive because of gas and maintenance, and I just don't like to drive. I really don't. I would prefer to just take trains or buses, but it's fun to explore different neighborhoods. You see a lot more if you take trains and buses. You really do. it's a great way to sightsee. I mean, with driving, you're always like kind of in a rush, you know, and I hate getting stuck in traffic. It's such a pain in the ass. But anyway, I'm sorry for rambling. But also there's this page on Facebook called People of the CTA. They have pictures of just strange people on the trains and buses wearing just odd clothes, and they have odd hairstyles, and there's pictures of employees of the CTA sleeping. Yes, sleeping. I mean, that's messed up. But there's homeless people in the pictures, and there's one homeless lady I've seen. She's this weird middle-aged homeless lady who carries all these bags full of garbage, and just it's nasty. And I've seen her on the pink line at least twice over the last few months, and when she gets on, I'm like, oh no. Because she has like 5 to 10 bags of like just crap. It's all crap, and she shouldn't be allowed to take the train. I mean, just leave her off the trains and buses because she stinks. The stuff she has stinks. I mean, just keep her off, and people like her make the CTA smell, really. Homeless people should not be allowed on trains and buses. I mean, it's not fair because people are trying to get home. They don't want to smell stuff like that. It's disgusting. I hate when people sleep on the trains too. Homeless people sleeping is disgusting. Regular people sleeping, I could see that, but homeless people sleeping, that's messed up. They shouldn't be allowed to be on trains or buses. Just keep them off of there. But anyway, I'm sorry for talking too much about this, but I'll be back on Monday with 2 new videos, and until then, take care.